you guys all very much. Sorry. I'm a little sick, at least I'm losing my voice. Thank you for inviting me. I've already had the delight of having Chick-fil-A and grits this morning, so I'm very happy to be here. But I'm here on behalf of John Kleinhans and Team CR50. We're passing around some brochures if you guys want to take a look at those. I think the first thing I want to talk about is just our election we're having right now in general. I think it's very rare to have a campaign where all the candidates involved are all friends, and it's rare to have an election where it's really all a friendly election. An election where you can all come out saying, well, no matter who wins, I think the CRNC is going to be in good hands. So when we talk about all of our different ideas and our platforms, you're going to see that about 95% of the things we say are the same. So really, I think this election is a lot about who the leaders are. Senator John Kleinhans and Alex, because a lot of our visions are very, very similar. So first off, John Kleinhans, he's the Northeast Vice Chairman for the CRNC. He was the former state chairman for the Vermont College Republicans. He was elected his freshman year as state chairman, and actually had one of the most remarkable turnarounds in terms of any state federation. Vermont was pretty much a dead federation, less than 100 active members when John took over. When he left, he increased membership by tenfold. They doubled their chapters. Obviously, Vermont is still a very small liberal state, so still nowhere near the size of Georgia or Ohio. John did a great job of transforming the Vermont CRs, making them look much more legitimate within the party. He developed a very close relationship with then governor, who recently left office, Jim Douglas from Vermont. He was the head of the National Governors Association as well. Jim's been a good ally of John's while he was state chair, and even during this campaign, he's come out and endorsed us. But John, it's very interesting because in Vermont, most Republicans obviously don't do very well. When you think of Vermont, you think of what maple syrup, skiing, Ben and Jerry's, and crazy Democrats like Bernie Sanders. You don't really think of Republican success. And John had a great opportunity this past election cycle to manage a statewide campaign. He ran the Tom Salmon for state auditor's race and was victorious, which is one of the very few Republicans statewide. I think there were 2 statewide Republicans that got elected. Everybody else got crushed. So the fact that he won by, I think he got about 55% of the vote, their U.S. Senate candidate, I think, got below 40%. So that's really a testament to John and his ability to manage a strong campaign. And I think that really leads into this job as the CRNC chair. Like we said before, this is a full-time job, and really the CRNC is closer to, the NRCC or the RNC, that type of structure, than it is the type of structure we live in. So having that campaign background, having the success of the campaign background, we believe is very important to have success within the CRNC. Zach Howell, the current chairman, who's done a fantastic job, had experience as a campaign manager in the past. So we believe that those are very important attributes that John holds. If you look on the back of the first page, we have our platform. I'm not going to go through and read all of it, but basically what we want to do is build on a lot of the current successes Zach Howell and Jeremy Hagan have had this year. Our current field program we had with Operation Red November, our issue advocacy campaign we put on our tab, were both extremely successful. I'm sure you guys saw a bunch of that here in Georgia. We want to continue with those programs. We also want to add a few programs, some new programs. And what we wanted to do is talk about how the CRNC can really help the Georgia CRs. So you guys have done a terrific job on your own with your field program, what you guys are doing on campus as well. We wanted to kind of talk about what we could do for you, because you guys have done so well on your own. So we created a little page of what we thought we could do, make changes in the CRNC to really benefit the Georgia CRs. And one of the things we haven't really seen much of is regional events. We're talking socials, trainings, campaign events, fundraisers. We believe that holding regional events is something that benefits really all state federations. Something that can be very useful and beneficial to all of us, be able to share resources, share knowledge, be able to meet new college Republicans. We feel that's very, very important, especially for us. For example, in New England, we've done a lot of things regionally, which has helped us. We're all small liberal states, so we need to work together. Here, you guys obviously are fortunate enough to be able to do a lot on your own, but we still believe with a lot of the stronger southern states, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, being able to work together would really help everybody out. Also, for those of you that read Karl book, I'm sure you already know, but Karl made the CRNC political education program famous about 4 decades ago. A program that has really been the staple of the CRNC for many years, something that really hasn't been going on lately, something we'd like to bring back. We believe that political education, having traveling political education programs is something that can benefit all of us, from your average CR who goes to 2 meetings a month to the leaders statewide. So what we want to do is make sure that every state has the ability to have access to political education. Now in Massachusetts we're doing some of it on our own, but we would have much appreciated if the CRNC would have had traveling workshops. That's something we want to bring to you and other states as well. And then lastly, something we think is very important is for states like Georgia. You guys have done a great job to be able to apply for help from the CRNC. That's difficult to go to the CRNC and ask for direct cash contribution. It's difficult because not all state federations are 527s, and some of the legal issues are difficult to transfer direct money. But what we want to do is offer CRNC assistance to state federations that have deserving programs or projects they'd like to start. So for example, you guys have your state convention coming up. Very impressive state convention at a hotel with a banquet and all that. We believe that when you guys have deserving programs like that, you should be able to go to CRNC and apply for help. While we can't write you a check, we can help you with getting speakers. We can help you with possibly booking some of the hotel rooms for you, trying to help you cut costs and be able to aid you in your projects. So for example, you guys have talked about expanding your chapter boxes. If you show the CRNC that you're very capable, which you guys obviously are, we think the CRNC should be able to go in and help you and help supplement you with something like the chapter box program. So we think that's very important, so that way that even from the very grassroots to the actual regular members of the CR chapters will be able to see what CRNC is doing and be able to see how we're helping each state federation individually. I don't want to bore you guys with a lot of stuff. We have a website, teamcr50.com. We have a Facebook, Team CR50, John Kleinhans. I have mine and John Kleinhans' contact info in the back here. Any of you guys, if you want to contact John or I, feel free to anytime. We want to make this a very inclusive campaign, and we want to make sure that the CRNC really is an organization that's built from the grassroots up. So if you guys have any questions for me or John, feel free to ask me, obviously while I'm here, or call John. So we want to make sure that everybody has a say in what the future of the CRNC is. So once again, thank you guys very much for coming. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.